Hello, everybody. stephendcomics back at it again with not Zelda this time. Hope you all had a good week and drinking into the weekend just fine. Another hot one, isn't it? That'll. I don't know. I can't help but think that and just not think about Sunny. Sorry, getting a bit distracted, but I need to watch that episode again. That was wild. Where Mac and Dennis get a house in the suburbs and they just go completely insane. They just have just the neighbor that just keeps going, hot one out there, isn't it? And it's like, it always is. Sorry, looked like. Not sure if YouTube Studio's acting weird or getting laggy. Give me a quick second. I'm gonna look into that for a moment. Okay, I think everything is working fine now. I am so sorry about that. I don't know what the hell happened, so... VTube Studio is acting wonky. I think it might still not quite be 100%. Maybe, I'm not sure, but it seems like it's okay enough. And then my capture card turned off on its own, so I had to reset that. So, bit of a screwy morning, but whatever. Okay, so I think I stalled long enough. Let's get to the meat of it. So, yeah, new Mario Kart DLC dropped this week. And since I'm taking a break from streaming Zelda anyway to do off-screen grinding, I figured I could use today to get a little break, but still make some content for you. So we're gonna try out the new DLC, maybe race a little bit online, but this is probably just gonna be a super short stream just to test the waters. And so, kind of wondering maybe I should put a note in the comments or something, or in the description of the stream, just say, actual thing starts at like 12 minutes into the stream, so, just so you don't have to deal with any of that nonsense, but, yeah, let's move myself here. I don't know why it hasn't been that long since I played Mario Kart. Can't remember exactly what was the best position, but anyway, so same like I've done before, I'm just gonna do single player Grand Prix just to get a look at the tracks. And I'm just gonna stick with 50cc. Okay, so we got 3 new returning racers, but new to Mario Kart 8. Good old PD Piranha from Mario Sunshine, who's also from Double Dash. Wiggler, who's a racer in 7 for some reason. And Kamek, who they added in Tour, but was originally going to be in a Mario Kart 64 to replace Koopa, but they wound up going with Wario instead, and for whatever reason, we never saw him as a racer until now. I think I'm most stoked for Kamek being here, so I'm picking him first. Oh! And they just gave me the Wild Wiggler. Did they give those away for free for people who didn't already have it unlocked? Or had I had that on the back burner, but just didn't... and just didn't check the thing when I got updated. Well, whatever. I have Wiggler as a racer and now Wiggler as a ATV, and that's gotta be a weird look, Wiggler on a bike or an ATV. That I gotta see. Okay, so... okay, it's the Feather Cup and the Cherry Cup that are new. Yeah, so 3 total tour tracks, which... well, that's probably not the first time they did that. Yeah, literally the last batch of DLC. That's what that was, but whatever. So, let's give these new races a try and try out these new tracks. But we're almost done. There's just one more set of DLC after this. Just come and gone. Tour Athens Dash. Going to Greece, baby. Oh, this is cool. Now, someone who's a decent enough fan of Greek mythology as I am. Is that a Yoshi's Island sound? That's kind of what that sounds like. But yeah, someone who... well, I guess I like mythology all in general, thanks to Rick Riordan, but... yeah, Greece in particular, it's fun. It's like, I never really thought about visiting Greece. It's like... ooh, this is a Colosseum. Maybe not, those rubbish stands. Or maybe it's just more of a theater. Losing my train of thought. I should be focusing on the track, checking it out. But, you know, like, Canada, Italy, and Japan are probably like the 3 big countries I would love to visit the most, but, you know, if I actually liked traveling, but Greece is definitely something that's worth looking at. Ooh, I like that. I'm just jumping right in the middle of that. The stage. And you know, I don't know if it's a combination of just me doing Disney references or the Disney racing game that has a beta that came out a while ago. Oh, wow, the timing of that was perfect. But I'm just seeing like a Grease track, and I just really want to. It's just making me want to listen to Hercules music. Like I'm driving through this, and I want to listen to Zero to Hero. Ooh, we need to find the city. Oh yeah, but there was something else I tweeted about before, speaking of the Disney game. Like I made a tweet about racers I'd like to see, but then, like, thinking about... Ooh, I could lap that King Boo. But I was thinking about that one Hercules track that has this really cool remix of Gospel Truth. It kind of made me just want to think about other racetracks I would have liked to see that had a similar thing. Like, I was thinking, like, the Feast of Fools from Hunchback of Notre Dame with a remix of Topsy Turvy. The Cave of Wonders from Aladdin with a remix of You Never Had a Friend Like Me. King Louis Temple from Jungle Book with a remix of I Want to Be Like You. Cusco's Temple. Have Cusco's theme song, because that's like built for that shit. Like, that'd be cool. I was thinking it would be cool to do a Lilo and Stitch track with a remix of Hawaiian Roller Coaster Ride, but that might be reaching a bit. But Daisy Cruiser from the GameCube game. Here's a classic. Oh, they actually have people on the tables now. That's cute. Also probably nauseating. Because, like, they're just swaying back and forth. That can't be fun. For the people involved. The memories, man. I'm not super fond of Double Dash nowadays, just the way it plays, but I did play that game a lot as a kid. So, that's very nostalgic. This whole track. Oh, and also Daisy finally has a track in this game. That's nice. Maybe at the last bit of DLC we can get a Luigi stage. For once, you know? Give him some love. Just because the year of Luigi is over doesn't mean we can stop giving a shit. I say, even though Luigi's Mansion 3 came out not that long ago and it was really, really good. Although I had a thought about one thing. So, like, in terms of, like, thinking over games to stream, like, I know Phasmophobia or Demonologist are super popular these days, or have been. I haven't really had a big desire to play them. For one, they might be better with multiplayer or with other people. And the other thing is, I don't know, I just don't think I care that much. Ooh. I don't know if it'd be a dick. Ah! Wanted to trip him up. Be an asshole. The dude in last. But I don't know, I guess the game never really interested me that much. About about just like the ghost hunting stuff, but I had a fun idea that maybe I'll tweet later, just for the hell of it. That one thing that I would say, like, I don't really have a strong desire to play I'm waiting to play Phasmophobia when they drop the update that lets you fist fight the ghosts. Because, I don't know, like, I just have this weird thing in my head where, like, it'd be fun to just, like, actually straight up punch a ghost. Like, you know, there's, like, all these roundabout ways of dealing with ghosts and hauntings, but it's just, like, I want to just fight a ghost. I just want to punch it in the face. Like, I feel like that should just be, like, maybe, like, an April Fool's Day update for Phasmophobia. They should just, like, have a thing where you, like, find boxing gloves and you just straight up fist fight the ghost. But I'm wondering, but, like, looping back around Luigi's Mansion, I think that's why I really like Luigi's Mansion 3, or part of the reason, is just because that's the closest you get to beating the shit out of ghosts. And, like, that's just gold. Moonview Highway. I'm kind of surprised they brought this one back. I remember this was a pretty heinous track to race in Mario Kart Wii, because there are just so many cars. The highway's just so busy. So I'm curious how they change it up this time around. Forgot how wild this track is. God, it has been so long since I've raced on this track. Dude, why did I forget the music of this track is such a banger? What's wrong with me? Has Kamek always sounded like that? Like, I know his voice can be kind of squeaky, but I don't remember ever sounding like that. Although, I personally wouldn't have complained if they managed to get Kevin Michael Richardson to just voice Kamek. Like, they don't update any other character. Like, they just, for some reason got Kamek's movie voice actor to voice him. Like, not even getting Chris Pratt as Mario or Bowser, or Jack Black's Bowser, just that. I don't know, it's stupid, but I think it's funny. And if I'm laughing, who cares? I feel like someone's gonna take that out of context and skew it horribly, but you know, that's the internet. Definitely seems less busy on this than I remember. Or maybe it's because I'm only on 50cc and it's easier to deal with. And it's looking like I might lap people again. I don't remember 50... Maybe that's a sign that I actually am getting better, because I don't remember it being this easy to lap people, even in 50cc. I'm starting to wonder if the CPU's actually brain dead. But I mean, I'm only doing this I'm only just trying out the tracks. I don't really care about trying to win or anything. I just want to take a look. But yeah, definitely seems like it's easier than I remember it being. Then again, Mario Kart Wii was like the early stages of when I was actually like trying to be good at Mario Kart rather than just messing around. And hey, a brand new racetrack that's in a bathroom for some reason. I know it's called Squeaky Clean Sprint, but I can't imagine it being super sanitary. Oh, that's kind of funny. So it's like if you hear the diddle-a-doot, like that last doot actually only sounds out when I release the honk button. That's an interesting little touch. Just a giant Goomba sleeping. Oh, those are like bath beads or bath bombs or something. That's actually kind of funny. Oh no, yeah, see what I mean? This shit can't be sanitary. There's a wedding ring down here. Also a bunch of loose screws. That also really can't be good. Okay. We fly over. You know, if you're gonna let us ride down a filthy drain, I feel like you should at least have the balls to let us be able to actually race inside the toilet bowl instead of just flying over it. Selective cowardice, that's what I'm seeing. Also, why are there coins up there? Can we actually ride up there? Is there a shortcut there I'm missing? Might be. I see Wendy going a bit in a roundabout way. I mean, and it's a bathtub drain. It's like, there's a decent chance there's like, just covered in skin flakes and pubes. Squeaky clean my left nut. Oh, okay, but we can at least ride the bidet. Get up on the shelf, sure. Also not squeaky clean, but... Aha, I see now. Didn't even let me enjoy the ride. Okay, I'm just now realizing there's notebooks, cassette tapes, tennis balls in the bathroom. Who's setting up this racetrack? Should they stick to the theme? Playing fast and loose with bathroom accoutrement. Also, why is there a wind-up toy? Cheap, and not an actual one. Was that a line they didn't want to draw? No actual fish in the bathtub? Or in the drain, I should say. Ride the bidet! Oh, hey, I just saw myself. I mean, it's a cute racetrack. I'm not disputing that. I'm just pointing out the issues I have with the idea of just shrinking us down and racing us like in a bedroom, a child's bedroom with like a toy racetrack. That's one thing, but this is an actual bathroom where people come to clean themselves. Another new cart part. Alright, so that's one down. Fairly decent. And fairly nostalgic with Daisy Cruiser, at least. I am glad that track came back. I did like that one. Alright, so now I'll go PD Piranha next, because I am very surprised they kind of went with that. Because I remember PD Piranha on Double Dash was his model was huge. Like, he was so big, like, in the OG Baby Park, there was a roller coaster that wove around above the track. PD Piranha was actually big enough to hit that roller coaster and spin out. It was really stupid, but a but kind of funny. Oh, that was a sound. But hey, Wario, I'm gonna win. God, that fandom is so stupid, but I love it so much. Now we got the double cherries. So 2 tour tracks in this one, and 2 more nostalgic tracks. One of which was remade recently. Tour Los Angeles Labs. LA. Not quite San Francisco like Toad Harbor, but you know, it's something. What the fuck is that? My headcanon is I made that voice spit out. You can't convince me otherwise. I was about to make a reference, Tenacious D reference about Venice Beach. Is Venice Beach in LA? No, wait, no. Venice Beach is in Hollywood, right? I don't know. I haven't been around ever too much in California. Oh, that was a... Oh, I just noticed the map. That looks kind of funky looking. There's a lot going on in LA, it looks like. Oh, unless this racetrack's in sections, is it? That must be, because I see the starting line on the map, no, somewhere else. Nice. Ooh, baseball! Oh, that's a shortcut. I goofed. Done goofed. And now I'm thinking about it, like, these models are, like, designed to be in these animations even when no one's racing on them. That has to look awkward IRL. Like, you just see, like, an empty street and the Toads are just cheering and waving at nothing. Like, what are you jumping for? You can barely see me. Oh, and why are we racing through here? That sounded like a really creepy chuckle that PD did when I dropped that banana behind me. Yeah, they're really reaching for some of the noises they're making for these new characters. Like, PD sounds very unsettling. God, dodged it. Okay, just center that a little more. So yeah, it's interesting seeing more racetracks in sections. Get a lot more track going on. Sunset Wilds. I very much remember this one. Wasn't sure if they would bring it back, though, so curious to see what they might have changed in this. Seeing like pickaxe, miner looking Shy Guys. That's certainly different. The trumpet's giving it a very Wild West. More of a Wild West feel than it had in the GBA game. I'm digging it. Ooh, fiddle. Yes. I'm a sucker for good old fiddle. That's a very different Shy Guys hazard in this track than it was before. The Shy Guys had more of a Native American theme before, and they would have like teepees all around the track, and if you drove through them, they would be tackling on you, and you have to shake them off. I wasn't sure how PC that would be this day and age, but they found a workaround, and it's delightful. Honestly, listening to this music just makes me want to see like a Shy Guy in a cowboy hat, like a Lone Ranger style thing, riding a horse through the track. And I wonder... there's another thing about, if I remember correctly, this track actually went from day to night as the laps went on. Am I remembering that wrong? 'Cause I feel like it was supposed to be nighttime by the time I had started the second lap. It looked like the sun was setting, but maybe not. Wait, did those Shy Guys drop coins when they were struck by lightning? Well, they have gems on their backs, so maybe it's supposed to be like cash they've dug up? It's interesting what they've changed up in this track, and I do feel like I need to double check if I'm remembering correctly about the day-night thing, but I feel like it was the case. Yep, and Koopa Cape, another Wii track that they also remade in Mario Kart 7. Interesting making a comeback, but it's a solid track. I think it's decently fun. Also different because I remember it being harder in the Wii version. Maybe Mario Kart Wii is just a naturally difficult Mario Kart game. I mean, I remember having a time with it, especially because of the steep unlock criteria for some of the racers. Having to do a lot of time trial stuff for racing, or like getting star ranks on all the cups, on all the difficulties, like... That shit got hard, man. I'm loving the extra violin they're putting in all the music, in these remix tracks. Now it's both underwater and 0G down here. I like this area in particular. I remember this used to be way harder to navigate. I wonder if maybe in parts, like, the track was bigger, or the racers were smaller compared to everything else. It's interesting looking back on some of this and thinking how much has changed with the looks and all that. I don't really like having a bomb as a defense option. It explodes. curious. There's only 8 more tracks, and how many is it? 2 more racers for the DLC? So I'm very curious about what all they could do next. Well, I've said before, as someone who doesn't really give a shit about the mobile game, but still really likes the tour tracks, I'm fine with just continuing to just add all of the tour tracks onto this, so play it on a console that people actually care about. But also be interesting to try and see more representation from OG Mario Kart. Like, the tracks are a bit boring now, but, you know, they could add some visual flair to them. I don't know. Just throwing ideas out there. Pretty much have all of the biggest tracks that I cared about the most, so I'm pretty content. Vancouver Velocity. Welcome to the mysterious lands of Canada. Seriously, Canada would be like one of the easiest countries to try and visit. I really should try and go one of these days. Oh, messed that up. Digging the music. I'm not sure what to say. Just seems very lively. It's making me wish I'd actually see Vancouver, to be honest. This is cool. I don't really do a whole lot of traveling. Like, the most I've really gone is the West Coast. Haven't even been outside the States. I'm more of a homebody, so I'm not really a big travel guy anyway, but, you know, it's something I should do someday. Mario Arena. Another exit. Come on now. Okay, that sounded really haunting with the echo. Seriously, Petey, you creepy. Die. I don't need the mushroom, but he's dead. Ha! I did it that time! It's so stupid, but fun. So yeah. Yeah, it's definitely more exciting when you're actually playing on a difficulty that's a challenge, but still, just looking at the tracks, like, they're cool. I don't think there's admittedly anything like super amazing, but maybe it's just because I'm desensitized to the tour tracks at this point, but I still really like what they do with the tour tracks. Like, they're really cool ideas. I'm surprised that we have such cool tracks from a fucking mobile game that I don't even know anyone really cares that much about. So... But yeah, I feel content enough with this lineup. Daisy Cruiser's probably my favorite out of all of them, just because it's so nostalgic for me. But so that's all the new tracks, but there's still another racer to try out, so I think I'm gonna mess around online a little bit just to get some time in with Wiggler. Before I do, let's go ahead and take a look at this new thing that I got. And I'm also curious to take a look at something with Wiggler. Don't think we really needed a Wiggler back in this game, but he is adorable. He makes cute noises. But I need to look at something. Okay, so he's just a very short Wiggler. Only has one segment dedicated to legs. And they don't give him, like, a full-on tail. I guess, like, that works. And it's easier to see. But it's still kind of weird looking, I gotta say. And there's Wiggler on a Wiggler, of course. I've been trying to stick with the standard carts just to see, but honestly, I think I'm just gonna race Wiggler with this. Like, how can I not? Oh. So many cash. So many car parts. TV parafoil. Cool, cool. Jesus Christ, man. I'm wondering if maybe I did actually unlock the Wiggler and it wasn't just by chance. This was just... Okay, we're good. Now, let's try and do some online racing a little. This works, actually. It's actually a solid setup. So I figure, like, at least, like, 4 races is probably good, so 4 races for each racer. Yeah, sorry for not a super long stream, but I have other things I want to do, in particular grinding Zelda. So try and get some more shrines and material to upgrade armor, and I just feel like it'd be a bit boring on stream after a little while. And I could also use a little break from being live. It's nice to take a while to play some games without having to worry about how little I'm commentating or, you know. Of course this is a train whistle. But, and I've also got video stuff I'm doing, because I have a couple of video projects I've got in mind that I want to try out. I don't want to say too much, because I'd like it to be a surprise. I don't know why I veered off to the side rather than going ahead, but whatever. Okay, I know I was skeptical about Wiggler being in Mario, bringing back Mario Kart, but he is adorable. And it's also just fun, like having a racer like Wiggler when in a game with a track with like a, you know, Maple Treeway, the tracks that just have giant wigglers as obstacles. It's like, they did that in Mario Kart 7 too, but I don't know, I just think that stuff's just kind of funny. Speaking of racers, it's just making me think, what other racers could they bring in? I'm actually, I think I mentioned it before, it's like kind of part of the thing for promoting the Mario Kart movie is throwing in more Donkey Kong racers. Bring Diddy Kong back, Funky Kong, and even making Cranky Kong a racer. I still think that's a fun idea, but I feel like at the very least they should bring Diddy Kong back. Like, why not? And you know, Pauline's gotten pretty popular since they gave her a big comeback in Mario Odyssey. I'm kind of surprised she just wasn't the character they brought right at the forefront, but you know, fun pie in the sky DLC dream idea I have. If they do decide to bring Diddy Kong back, maybe just for shits and giggles, they could just have a new racetrack be based on Diddy Kong Racing. Like, hey, I got first place online, cool. But they could bring back one of the old tracks from Diddy Kong Racing, or just make an entirely new track based on the hub world for the story mode. It's like, I'm sure people would really like to see a remake of Diddy Kong Racing, or a port on the Switch, or maybe even a brand new game, but you know, I don't know how likely a new game is gonna be, so why not just see if they could get permission and just do that for Diddy Kong Racing? I mean, Mario Kart has now kind of become a little more like Diddy Kong Racing, at least to the extent of how they throw in flying and stuff with the water. Just with carts, like, I don't know, there's something there. Although, personally, I would also very much like King Babam as a racer. Just because I really like Babam's enemy or character designs, and the Big Babam's a fun design. Jesus Christ. Oh, and also Captain Picard, I noticed that before. Racing with a legendary Sir Patrick Stewart. Pardon me. Jesus Christ. Whoa. He's got momentarily pissed off. Speaking of pissed off, I was wondering when I would get to see him get all angry. I also love that. Wiggler hit him with an item and he just gets all... Oh, jeez. Roadkill. Karma, bitch. Blue shell incoming. Ah, come on, man. How about another Goldie? Triple, that works, I guess. Not doing so hot this time around, but that happens. Whoa, jeez. Vicious. You're a sad boy. Ooh, I wanna go Peach Gardens. Ah, no. Yo. Should be going on the new tracks. Come on, people. There's just a dude named whose name is a cross. And it's not even Jesus Christ. Oh wait, no. I thought I was the first. Fuck him up! Pardon me, Charlie. There you are. Red shell's way off. Done. Card. I should have known. I should have preferred Kirk, Captain Kirk. I forgot Shatner's Star Trek character. These guys have gotten more aggressive since Cheap Beach. Come on. Oh jeez. The fire and the flames. Alright, 5th. That's better than last time. Oh god, he's adorable. I don't know what I was complaining about. Okay, let's do one more. Oh, hey, it's the newest one again. Although Twisted Mansion is one of my favorites. If we go there, I'll be very much okay with that. Oh, Jesus Christ. The purple hair, glasses, evil eye. What the hell? I'm intimidated. Only two people picking Sunset Wilds. Have they boarded the new tracks already? Ah, Perry. At least it's newish, so can't be too mad at that. Whoa, what the fuck? There's no way that actually worked. Don't tease me like that, game. Charlie! Get back here! Ah! Damn it. Nice! So, whoa, what? Got karma, bitch? Is that what happened? Oh, Nelly. You could hit someone with that. Oh, couldn't even see that. Shooting at someone you can't even see. I had a bit of an itchy trigger finger there. I should have waited for the star. I just saw the bullet bill and I got excited. Oh, shit. Get me away from Link's ass. Jeez, that Rosalina's hauling ass. No, Isaac! Damn you, Isaac. Well, third. Not a bad recovery overall. So that was 4 races, right? Cheap Cheap Beach, Paris. Yeah. Okay. I think that's good enough for me. Bit on the short side, but I did the bare minimum I wanted to do. Waddling. The strings just kind of disappear at a certain point. I don't think I ever noticed that. Kind of weird looking, honestly. But alright. Apologies for the shorter stream today, but I mainly just wanted to try the new Mario Kart tracks, and I have some things that I wanted to do off stream anyway, but still, got to see some live reactions, and it was a decently fun time. I'll post my consensus on Twitter like I usually do, although Twitter's acting kind of funky right now, but it'll be out there in the internet ether. But for now, I'm gonna sign off here, switch back to Zelda and mess around, and yeah, it's gonna be a little while. Honestly, I probably won't even be back next weekend to stream. It might be the weekend after that, because gonna have a lot of prep work to do with the kind of armor I want to get, but it'll be a bit worth it when I get through the end game, not having to die constantly, or at least being better protected, because it's a dangerous world out there in Hyrule. But that'll do for me for a little while longer. Thank you for stopping by. If you did, despite the scuff in the first 10 minutes, I think I will leave a pinned comment on the VOD saying to skip because of that. Yeah, hope you had a decent enough time. I hope you enjoy your weekend, have a decent little summer through the rest of July, and I'll catch y'all when I go live again. Until then, see ya!